Hey there, welcome to the Not Just Mama podcast, the show where we talk about building businesses, chasing dreams, raising little yous, and keeping it real through all the chaos. We're diving into mindset, motivation, and all things mompreneur life, all while microwaving our coffee for the 20 millionth time. I'm your host, Heather Madsen, a dream-chasing mompreneur who knows exactly what it's like to juggle big ambitions with a million daily tasks. Because let's be honest, we're not just moms. We're wives, we're partners, we're daughters, friends, creators, dreamers, and so much more. And just because we're raising little tiny humans doesn't mean we have to put our dreams on the back burner. We deserve to chase them, build something incredible, and make a difference, all while being amazing moms. So go ahead and nuke that coffee once again and get comfy, because we're diving in. You know, I thought I would be back after Thanksgiving, and I just wasn't. And I want to talk about that today. Because I know when I all of a sudden stepped away, there were probably some of you wondering where I went. And I feel like I owe you some honesty because this podcast has always been a space where I show up as myself, as my real self, right? And I'm not going to lie to you. The past 2 years have been really tough for me and my family. And on top of everything that life was throwing at us, I was also trying to build an online business and trying to show up and trying to be consistent and trying to do all the things that I do. And by the time Thanksgiving just rolled around, I was just tired, really, really tired. And I was fed up and I was exhausted and I was worn down in a way that just sleep doesn't fix. To be honest, I was carrying stress from both sides of our family, worrying about health issues with my parents and suddenly homeschooling my kids with absolutely no warning. And, I was trying to be present as a mom and I was managing my boys' hockey team and just keeping up with a house that felt like it was constantly exploding. Okay. And especially after Christmas. And on top of all of that, I'm trying to record podcast episodes and trying to grow an online business, and honestly, I hadn't had a moment all year to just breathe. Have you ever felt that way? Where you don't even need answers, you just need space, silence, and just peace in general. Okay, I don't get a lot of that in my life. And I just wanted enough room to think clearly again because everything was starting to get pretty foggy in my eyes. So that's where I was when I last ended, okay? But here's the part that I didn't really expect. As Thanksgiving approached, I felt so stretched thin that it actually became hard to feel thankful. Right? What's the point of Thanksgiving then if you're not thankful? And that kind of scared me because when a person's gratitude fades, resentment usually kind of sneaks in, right? We've all felt that way. And when resentment kind of just starts settling into your life, your purpose and everything that you thought gets just a bit blurry. I found myself feeling really disconnected from my business, from my creativity, even from the reasons I started in the first place. And not only that, I started getting disconnected with my own life in general. Have you ever just stared at a wall and it's just I don't even know what to think anymore? That's how I felt. I couldn't remember why I loved what I was building. I couldn't see the bigger picture anymore, and it was a problem in my life. So I sulked and I questioned everything. And I wondered if I was forcing something that wasn't meant for me anymore. Okay. And I think this happens to a lot of us, especially moms. Life gets heavy, and instead of slowing down, we push way, way harder than we need to, and we stack more responsibilities on top of ourselves. And then we convince ourselves we just need to get through this season. Does that sound familiar to you? Because that is exactly how I felt. But the truth is, we don't know how to slow down anymore, right? I mean, look at the life we live. Look at everyone's life. It is normal for us to live in the fast lane. Am I wrong? We live like we're supposed to function endlessly, right? Like we're immune to the burnout. Like rest is optional, okay? But it's not. And when we don't create space, we lose our clarity for almost everything in our lives. So I made a decision, and I'm sorry if it upset anyone, but without any big announcement, without even trying to explain myself, I just stopped and I stepped back and I didn't say a word. I put my online business and my podcast aside just temporarily, and it's not because I quit. Trust me, I am far from it. I am constantly working on it, and I'm constantly thinking about my online business and how I can better serve you. But it wasn't because I quit, and it wasn't because I gave up. It's because I just needed the room to think, room to heal from like my past year, and room to just reconnect with my purpose because I felt like I lost it. For so long, I have wanted this business, and time has taught me something really important. It's not as easy as people make it look. And even when you're knowledgeable, even when you're you care deeply, right? That alone doesn't guarantee success in anyone's journey. What truly matters isn't how much you know or how much you do. Okay. Like I said, we're all in the fast lane. We're all trying to do more, do more, do more. None of that matters. What matters is the belief that you have in yourself. And when I got really honest with myself, when I stripped everything in my life away, including my business temporarily, I realized something uncomfortable, but like just really freeing. The only thing holding me back was me, not my circumstances, not other people, not lack of ability, but me. Okay. This past year has brought a lot of trauma in many ways and a lot of self-doubt, a lot of confusion. Oh my gosh, the confusion. I am so confused so much of the time, right? And I've asked myself questions like, what's my purpose? Am I stuck here forever in my current situation? Because it feels like it'll never end some days. Is life ever going to turn around? Okay. And here's what I've learned. Only I can block my own healing. Only I can prevent myself from creating a renewed life. So as this year comes to a close, I'm choosing to release things, okay? I'm releasing the trauma I've been carrying on my back for so long. I'm releasing the resentment that I've been feeling that no longer serves me or makes me happy. Feeling resentful, I don't know, it doesn't make me happy at all. And I'm sure it doesn't make you happy when you feel that way. I'm releasing the relationships that drain me instead of lift me. I've had so many of those. And you step back and you just ask yourself, what is the point of this relationship? Why do I involve myself in things such as this, right? Why do I allow it? Okay. And really, I'm just releasing old versions of myself that were just built on survival mode because it just felt like I was surviving most of the time. And I'm going to choose to focus on things that truly matter in this season. You know, things like my happiness, right? We all truly want to be happy and we deserve happiness. But how do we get there? So I'm going to focus on that. I'm going to focus on things like what actually serves me right now, okay? Right now in this season of my life. I'm going to focus on believing very deeply that anything is possible in my life. I am going to focus on surrounding myself with people who encourage me and not tear me down because let's face it, I am very tired of it and I'm ready to move on and find my people, the people that really care about me, trust me, love me for who I am, and just completely stop hanging out with people that just tear me down and don't bring me the joy that I truly deserve in my life. I'm going to focus on trusting that life unfolds in God's timing, okay? Because that's what matters, really. You can push for what you want. You can do all the things that you can do to try and make things happen. But if it's not God's timing, then it probably won't happen right then and there, okay? God's timing does matter. I'm also going to focus on things like remembering that dreams are actually meant for me, okay? If I wasn't dreaming them, then it's not meant for me. That's what I truly, honestly believe, okay? I'm going to try and find the joy in small, everyday moments because I miss a lot of small, everyday moments with the busyness of life. with me being distracted with everything and anything that comes my way, okay? Especially with my children. And that's really important that I am present and in the moment with them. I'm going to focus on letting go of all the things holding me back, the strongholds that block my full potential. Do you have any of those? I'm really just going to take ownership of my life because it's mine, okay? And God leads me in the way I'm supposed to go. So now I just want to gently invite you into this reflection because I think it's really important for all of us as this new year approaches, okay? I want you to think about the past year. What didn't bring you joy? What drained you? What kept you stuck? Ask yourself, what's holding me back? Are there strongholds in my life that are blocking growth? Are there habits, relationships, or beliefs that no longer serve me? What do I need to release so that I can move forward? Okay. And then ask, what do I want this next year to feel like? What's important to me? What do I need to focus on to create my most peaceful and aligned year yet? Because prosperity isn't just about money. It's about having clarity, having peace, joy, and alignment in your life. Okay. So here's what I want you to remember. Only you get to steer your future. What you believe about yourself really matters, and what you tell yourself daily matters. The way you see your life matters. Your thoughts can guide you forward, or they can keep you stuck in places you were never meant to stay. So as you step into this new year, give yourself permission to slow down, heal from anything you need to heal from, release anything that you need to release, and give yourself permission to believe again that all your dreams are possible. It's not too late. You're not behind and you're not broken. Sometimes stepping back is exactly what you need to move forward stronger than ever. So if this episode spoke to you, I encourage you to share it with another mom who might need permission to breathe, to reset, and believe again. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you today. I really wanted to get on here for the new year and kind of encourage you and, just encourage you to let go of past things that aren't serving you any purpose anymore. Your future is worth it. So let go of all those old things. Look forward to just a brighter future, okay? And remember, your thoughts and your feelings and how you feel towards yourself really impacts the outcome of your future, okay? So until next time, please take care of yourself, look forward and not back. And if all else fails, just survive till bedtime.